anyway. Hey, everybody. I have Pablo here with me. Say hi, Pablo.
Hi.
Hi. Does everybody else want to say hi, too? No. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to talk about determinants. We're going to start nice and easy. We're going to talk about 2x2s. Now, just so you know, students who are watching this recording, or who should be, I'm going to teach you what to do with the determinant later. Today, I just need you to know how to math. I just need you to know how to find the determinant. All right. And we're going to start easy with a 2x2. So when you're given a matrix, you take A times D and you subtract C times B. And whatever value you get, and you always have to do top left, bottom right, minus bottom left, top right. Whatever value you get is the determinant. You'll get just like a regular number. It could be 0, it could be negative or positive. All right, so we're going to find the determinant of this one, and I already looked up the answer. We better get 2. So we're going to start by doing 4 times negative 1, which is what?
Negative 4.
Excellent, Pablo. And then you're going to subtract, what is 3 times negative 2?
Negative 6.
Yes, fantastic. Star student. And we know that when you subtract a negative, it turns into a
Positive.
And we end up with a what?
2.
That's right. So that's how you do determinants of a 2x2. Not too difficult, right? But now let's do one more 2x2 before we really get into the 3x3s. Okay, so what should we do first? What do you think?
Cross multiply the negative 3 and 0.
Good. So negative 3 with a 0 multiplied is what?
0.
That is correct. Minus, don't forget this is a minus. What do those two multiply to be?
Positive 8.
Good. So minus positive 8. And when we end up with 0 minus positive 8?
Just negative 8.
Negative 8. And sure enough, that is what the website told me. Okay. So 2x2 is not too difficult. Now 3x3s we have to do by calling like its expansion of a minor. And you can use any minor. Just like let a minor be any of these little itty bitty numbers in here. So this one has like 9 of them. You can pick any of those minors to expand a 3x3 into a whole bunch of 2x2s. Because 2x2s are easy to solve, 3x3s are not. Well, actually, they will be. Don't worry. I'm going to walk you through it, and so it's going to be easy when we're all done. Now, there is a sign pattern we have to follow. If you so choose, you can pick anything. You can pick the top row, the middle row, the bottom row, the first column, the second column, or the third column. You really get to pick anything that you want on that. So when we go into our 3x3, why don't you tell me, do you want to do first row, first column? What do you want to do when we go into this one?
First column.
Okay, first column, so we have to follow these signs. So we have to do positive of whatever we see. Now, a positive what we see is just like keep the sign. So if it's actually like a negative 3, you still use a negative 3. So this just means, positive means use the same, negative means use the opposite. We know that in math class. All right, so you chose to use the first column to find the determinant of a 3x3 matrix. Our answer better be negative 25 if we do it right. All right, so you said the first column, so I'm going to focus on these numbers right here. Keep the positive 2, change to negative 3, keep the negative 1 when we do this. All right, so first we need to use the first one we see, so the 2. So we're going to break this apart, just so you know, into 3 separate 2x2 matrices. So we're going to start with the 2 right there that I have in my circle. Now, if I cross off everything in the 2's row and everything in the 2's column, what 2x2 matrix do you have left?
The 2, 0, negative 1, negative 2.
Good. And I'm going to change colors just so we can, like, see it. All right, now you did very well on that one. Now, let's see, we'll move to green. And I am now going to do a minus 3. Okay, I'm going to cross off everything in 3's row and everything in 3's column. What's left?
Negative 3, negative 1, negative 1, negative 2.
Okay. Now I'm going to, you did very well with that one. Now I'm going to do blue. And so I use a plus a negative 1. So you can write plus negative 1 or you could just write minus 1, whatever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, so I'm going to cross off everything in negative 1's row and everything in negative 1's column. What do we have left?
Negative 3, negative 1, 2, and 0.
Good. This was so much easier using Notability than when we used to have like pen and paper. All right, so now we'll just focus in on the red one. So since we did 2x2 matrices, hopefully this one won't be too bad. You keep the 2 in the front, and then you'll multiply by whatever we get when we do this double matrix. So we're going to have to do this, multiply those. What do you get?
Negative 4.
And then we minus whatever you get here. What do you get here?
0.
Good. Let's just keep working the red one out. So it's going to be 2 times, what's negative 4 minus 0?
Just negative 4.
And what's 2 times negative 4?
Negative 8.
So you solved the first element like when you broke it down by using expansion of minors. So now we'll do the negative 3. So negative 3. Okay, do you remember what to do first?
Cross multiply.
Good. So what does that get when you multiply?
Positive 6.
And then what sign do I put here?
It's a negative subtraction.
Subtraction sign of whatever this is. What's this?
Positive 1.
Okay. So we'll do minus 3 times,
5.
good, which is minus what?
Negative 15.
Good. You can write plus negative 15 or minus 15 as long as you know it's just that one. All right, so here's the negative 1 or the minus 1. All right, what do you think we do first?
Cross multiply.
What times what first?
Negative 3 by 0.
Good. And just so everybody knows, you have to do this one first. You have to go this diagonal first. Okay, so that's going to be 0 when you multiply. And then what? Minus or plus here?
Minus.
And then
So
what?
negative 2.
Excellent when you multiply. So this turns into a...
Positive.
And so that's minus 1 times...
2.
Okay, now let's see. We should get negative... Oh, which is what? I'm sorry.
A negative 2.
I was just so excited about the final answer. Okay, so some good old math. Negative 8 minus 15 is negative,
23.
and then negative 23 minus 2 is,
Negative 25.
and that's how you find the discriminant of a 3 by 3. Let's hope that recorded, Pablo.
Yeah.